That the brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. So I'm going mainstream.
Alright. Does that work? Alright, looks like it's working. Okay. I click that for chat. Okay, I really need to know how... How do I get rid of that stupid, like, heart thing? Whatever, I'll have to ask Michael. Alright, not much to really say about this. Let's just, you know, get into it. I learned my lesson from the last time. I have not played this while I was offline. I mean, I did, like, a little bit. I played for, like, 10 seconds because I wanted to get, the thumbnail. So I logged out down there, but I'm up here. And I almost died while getting the thumbnail, funny enough, because I was, like, here, in, like, this position, and I accidentally walked to the side, and if that tree wasn't there, I would have just died. So, you know, that's fun. I really just cannot be trusted to play when it's not streaming. When I'm streaming, I seem to do alright. But the second I'm not streaming anymore, it's like I'm accident prone, or is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Little bit of a update on some of the stuff from the last stream. SMP thing that I was joining, probably not gonna happen. I do plan on potentially trying to remake the thing. Also, oh yeah, I forgot it. I should probably put that on. Also, for the SMP, I plan to make an applications open thing for an SMP that I'm trying to start at some point. And I say at some point because I currently don't have, like, a date selected. Of when I'm gonna start it. Because the last two things I've tried starting, I've done bad because I either took too long to start it and just kind of did a bad job finding people and stuff like that, or I rushed into it too much and didn't really do a very good job. So yeah, I'm trying to take my time on this one, but not take too long, and also do something I haven't done in the past two things, which is an actual application video, to which I have not done in the past two things because I've just kinda... I'm not good at making videos in the slightest. I mean, hell, right now I'm probably not very good at streaming. Now, I do plan to change that, but still. And as far as video making goes, I don't know, I'm just not... I don't think it's for me. because one of the things that I really like about, you know, the streaming and stuff is that I can just play the game, where all I really gotta do is talk, and that's kind of it. Just do commentary while you're playing, which really isn't that difficult. Where for actually making a video, you've got to like do the commentary, make sure that your voice lines are like perfect, because you can't just do any old commentary like, you know, you do for a stream, because it's a video. So you got to make sure your voice lines are good, your mic quality is good, and it's annoying, to say the least. So, yeah. Plus, it's, you know, I'm still new at it, so that's also a thing. I might get better at it at some point. As of right now, I am definitely not good at making videos. But, yeah, that might change one day. Also, what I learned, sadly, while I was doing... Is it getting dark? It is. While I was doing other stuff, is sadly, with this, like, different types of wood, I only crafted the purple types, so I only knew it looked kind of like a lavender, but you can kind of see it here. It's just the inside the log, so it's all the same when it comes to planks, which is a little bit disappointing because I was like, oh, there's a blue, a red, a purple, there's also a green, I learned, apparently. I haven't come across a green yet, and even if I do, I don't think I'm gonna do anything with green. Sure. I just haven't really been talking much today, and for some reason when I don't talk, and I start talking, I get a little tired. Also, I think I need to go to bed a little bit earlier, so I'm gonna start trying to do that. I also plan to go mining and also start building the house today. Okay. Actually, no, this is a good opportunity to test this. Okay. That's not terrible. Shielding is actually pretty good. Now, I don't know if it would save me as much as a golden apple would, but the combination of the two, especially, might save me from something that would have otherwise ended the run a little early. So that's always nice. Also, to be honest, I didn't think that this... I mean, I haven't exactly lasted very long, but I didn't think it would last this long. So, I don't really have, like, a name for it. So, for now, I'm just kind of calling it the last try hardcore world. Till I think of something. I might name it. I don't know. I know you have to name an SMP. Do you really need to name hardcore worlds? No, I don't think so. Also, I think that I should go mining, but I'm really, like, don't wanna, because I'm not good at it, by, like, any means necessary. Also, in case I make a mistake or forget or whatever, because I want to go do a little bit of adventuring. I'm going to do that and take a screenshot of the coordinates near my base so I can come back, because I want iron so I can craft a shield at the very least. But I can't get iron without going mining. And I'm not comfortable going mining without a shield. Actually, here, I can test the fruit on these guys. So it does 2 hearts a thing. Still does 2 hearts. Okay, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. So what does it do then? Oh, you know what it might do? I think I know. I think shielding makes it so that either magic, specifically from, you know, their mod pack, or from that mod, can't affect whoever has the shielding effect, or it's that you can't get any potion effects that are like negative. I feel like that could also potentially be it. Oh god. Okay, hi. Yeah, so you know that's what I was just a little bit worried about. I'd rather not get axe crit by one of you losers and have to completely restart because I made the stupid decision of getting too close to a guy with an axe. I was about to say, is it more like a hatchet? No, I don't think so. I should get wood and torches before I start this, but lanterns, definitely great to have in my offhand. I could go through with just this, but I think it'd be smart to bring some wood down with me, just in case. You never know. You never know what dangers can be lurking, especially in a hardcore world. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me is currently like a little bit stressed to try to not lose the world, but that's mainly because of what stage I'm in. And I know that when it comes to Minecraft, I can die all of a sudden out of nowhere for really stupid reasons. Ooh. And I just don't want to lose the world because of a stupid reason, like the creeper sneaking up behind me. During something like this, for example. Good night, Mama. Ooh, iron. Oh, okay. My inventory's already getting a little full. That's because I had a lot of random trash blocks. Ooh. Yes, please. Oh, a rat upgrade thing is unlocked. And there's problem number 1. Alright. I'll take this, I guess. Sure. I think I already have a crossbow back there. I don't know if it can spawn like that, but just in case. Ooh, carrots. Do I have carrots in this world yet? No, because I just unlocked carrots on a stick. Oh, yeah, I guess I keep them. There. I mean, it is definitely more damage. But I think I'll keep the other one for when it breaks, because I know it will. If I can get an anvil. Breaking, sweeping edge. I might come back for them. Is this it? I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting a little bit more. I mean, there's this stuff over here. Bookshelves, actually. Let's be honest, I don't really need... You, sure. I can always get more pretty easily. Alright, well, I mean, I thought there would be a bit more than that. The one that I found originally had, like, a lot more stuff in it. Is there any more books before I forget to, before I leave London? Because more books would probably be nice for when I want to build a enchantment setup. No, doesn't seem like it. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Nighttime. What a lovely time to fight crime. Guess it's back to base for me. Oh, do those glow in the dark? Oh, that's cool. I normally wouldn't go back to the base this soon, however I also was normally have a bet on me, which I completely forgot about. So that's fun. Okay. Okay. Don't like that. Like the fact that they're fighting each other, though. That's definitely nice. See, this is the problem with the forest thing I built. That I knew I'd have to experience. I'm sorry, out of 100? Did that say? Oh, okay. Made my first stupid mistake of forgetting to light up the area around your house. Oh, great, a rat. who is aggro on me. I didn't know rats would do that. What? Oh, you fuck. Okay. I think it's becoming time to dig myself a hole. That's what I think. Welcome to the Hardcore Podcast. I didn't realize killing rats gave you the plague. That's... Oh, that's so bad. I mean, it makes sense, but, like... Did he give it to me on bite, or was it, like, did he bite me and it gave me the plague, like, on a specific bite? Or was it me killing him? Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, the plague doesn't, like, do poison tick damage or anything like that. No. The plague makes it so you cannot heal using healing potions, using golden apples, or even having, like, maxed hunger. I don't know about healing spells, because I know those are a thing. But yeah, and as one might imagine, on a hardcore world, you know, not being able to take damage without, or not being able to heal, kinda bad, you know. Surprising opinion, I know, but yeah, it's not great. So I kinda just gotta, like, sit here, I guess. Also, you know, I wish that someone would just invite me to an SMP. That'd be so great. Because, like, nowadays I'm realizing that it's all about, like, the applications and stuff. And honestly, I'm thinking about just making an application that is not for specific SMPs, right? It just basically says, I just say, like, maybe a 20-second thing about, hi, I'm, you know, Matt Botch, blah, 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 all this stuff. Because as of right now, I don't think I'm getting into the one SMP I submitted my application to, because genuinely I did a terrible job of, like, showing who I am as a person. And I understand that. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, why didn't they accept me? I did so good, because I know I didn't. I'm not gonna sit here and bullshit. The only thing that I could hope is if I, like, texted one of them, hey, could you just judge me based off of, like, one of my stream VODs? Because, and get a, you know, base off of if you like me or not, off of that. Because that would be a lot better. Because while streaming, I can just talk. And especially since I'm a perfectionist with a lot of things in life, like, especially when it comes to art or stuff when people say, like, you know, should be unique to you. I'm a very, like, perfectionist person. Like, I'll make an art, like a piece of art or whatever, like I'll draw something, and I've actually like done this before. I will actually zoom in if like 1 pixel is out of place. Like, it needs to be perfect. And I don't do like hyper realistic drawings or something like that. No. I do silly cartoon-like drawings that aren't even really that great. What's the plague effect on it? Oh, okay, cool. Is it daytime out? Okay, well, throwing them didn't really help, did it? No, it's not. Alright. But yeah. I'm a very, like, perfectionist person. Like, I've drawn things before. For example, I drew, in Palworld, they have, like, this little character that's got, like, wax hair. I forget the name. I think it's, like, Flambella or something. And it's just the cutest thing on earth to me. I love it. Like, genuinely love. And I haven't even... I've been working on it. I think I worked on it, like, for about an hour in length now. In total. Not in, like, one go, but, like, in total. Which isn't super long, but based off the fact that it's just a drawing, and I have a reference photo, it's pretty long, considering I've, like, just started coloring the thing in. And I'm still, like, perfecting it as I go with the coloring. Because that's just how I am. I'm very, like, a perfectionist person. So when it came to the video, funny enough, it doesn't actually apply to the quality of the video, because when it comes to that, I take into account, you know, my skill and how much I know about the thing. But specifically the voice lines, I feel like I have to get perfect. And it annoys me so much listening to it and knowing that I don't think I did a good job. Because that's another reason, by the way, why I hate creating videos over streaming. With streaming, I can just talk. I can just talk like I'm having a conversation. When I'm creating a video, I feel like I need to get the voice line perfect. Like, if I have a voice crack, or if I don't sound super energetic in what I'm talking about, and make sure that I'm using super, like, cool words, or whatever, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. And I really don't like that. So I don't think I'm gonna do much video stuff. At least not till I'm a lot older. Because, you know, still teenager. And I personally don't see the point of, like, taking this super seriously right now. Because it's a Minecraft. It's not a Minecraft thing. It's a YouTube thing that, sure, I'll do for fun and stuff, but I'm not gonna be out here thinking I'm gonna be the best YouTuber in, like, a year or two of me grinding, because I'm not gonna be. I'm fully aware of that. Hell, I'd be surprised if I got, like, 50 subscribers by the end of the year on this channel, to be honest. I've got 60 on my Twitch, but that's only because it's not even because I'm, like, entertaining or people find my streams a lot. Nope. The only reason why on Twitch is because I found out that if you stream a popular game, that not a lot of... Like, it has a big fandom of people who want to watch it, but not a very big fandom of people who want to stream it. If you can find, like, that sweet spot in a game, you can basically make it so that like 20 different people are watching because you're the only one streaming in that you're the only one streaming that game at that time. And I just kind of use that to get to, I think I am at 60 followers on Twitch. And on one hand, I could just keep using that, right? My channel would probably grow, or account would grow, and eventually I'd reach 100 and whatnot, but something made me realize that a lot of people on Twitch, especially, try to reach the milestone of, like, affiliate. Okay. They try to reach the milestone of affiliate, and the thing that's always the hardest for them is getting the, 50 followers. And knowing that the hardest part for me about affiliate is getting average viewers of 3, I don't think that's up as a streamer, because that's not the part that usually people struggle with, but that's the part that I struggle with for affiliate anyway. Now, I'm not exactly like trying to reach affiliate or anything. But it was still just something that I thought about. And also just kind of felt cheap. Like, I felt like I was at 60 followers because, not because of my content or, me as a person being entertaining, but because people wanted to watch. By the way, the game I'm talking about is Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, or TABS. People just wanted to watch a TABS streamer. They didn't care. I was just the only one streaming, They didn't actually choose to watch me. I was just the only option, and something about that was just, it's just an annoying realization to have. Knowing that you're not doing a good job because you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job because you found, like, an exploit or a glitch or whatever. That's not really my skill. That's just a thing I found. Which, again, you could argue, like, well, yeah, but you found something that you were good at, maybe, but I don't know. I feel like specifically for TABS as well, the only reason people, like, wanted to watch me wasn't really because they liked my content, but was instead because they had created a unit or faction or whatever, a map challenge, and they just wanted to see somebody play it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I did the same thing. Which is how I found out about the thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little disheartening with a lot of stuff like this lately, because I feel like I want to, do a good job and put a good effort in and stuff like that, but I also want to cut myself some slack. But I also feel like I shouldn't, if that makes sense. Like, the best way I can actually describe it, I don't know if I mentioned this in a past stream, it sounds dumb, but I don't think like a normal person would think. Like, a normal person just has, like, one voice in their head, maybe, that, tells them something. I don't really have that. I have, like, somehow 90% of the time when I'm just, you know, not talking or whatever, which I don't talk very often, so it's very often that this happens, I almost have, like, my brain is divided, or, like, my thoughts are divided into technically three separate voices. My logical side, meaning the side that, you know, looks at everything from a logical point of view, the side that thinks about, like, certain things, I guess, if that makes any sense. I don't really care about any of that. That thinks about, like, you know, important stuff, basically. Ooh. That is, like, one of the voices, and the other voice is my more, like, emotional side. It's the part that wants to, like, cut me some slack, or says to be nice to people, or, you know, stuff like that. And I find, especially a lot, like, more recently, because I used to be, like, so proud of that, like, oh, I managed to somehow, like, divide the two voices, and it gives me the best perspective on every scenario, because I can view it from both perspectives. Like, I have almost like a conversation with myself to see both sides of an argument, the logical and the emotional side of things, and try to work together to make the best of both worlds. But as of recently, it's more one side says something and the other side says, like, the opposite. And it's not even, like, choosing which one I want to listen to, because both are equally as loud, and both are equally as right, or equally right half the time. Like, obviously the logical one is more right when it comes to, say, like, schoolwork. But the emotional one is much better when it comes to talking to other people and stuff like that. So it's something that I slightly struggle with, and I don't know if that's, like, not a disease, because I know that's not what they're called, but what is, like, I can't think of what it's called, but, like, a thing, like, you know, some people are born with autism, or some people are born with anxiety, or whatnot. I don't know if, like, it's just something I did myself, or if that's, I, like, have something. To be honest, I don't think I have anything. Well, I mean, when I hear stuff described to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I relate with all those things. But apparently I don't have stuff like anxiety and things like that, so even though, like, for example, I'll watch, like, a TikTok that's like, if you do this, 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 and this, these are signs that you have anxiety, or whatnot. And, like, 90% or more of the things, I guess, work, or match. With a lot of stuff, but as far as I'm aware, and my parents are aware, or my mom's aware, I don't have anything like that. And I have no idea why, but it actually annoyed me for a while. Because my mom and sister both have anxiety. And I don't know if my dad had anything. Oh, wait, no, my dad's colorblind. So, like, you know, everyone had, like, something. But as far as I was aware, nothing. Like, no need for glasses, which I now realize is like, oh, thank God. No, like, colorblind, no, like, no nothing. And for the longest time, I think that just kind of annoyed me. Because I felt like I was normal, like, too normal, you know? Like, too basic, almost, I guess, would be a more, like, appropriate thing for what I was thinking, or feeling, I guess. And with that, so I would think, like, things about, you know, maybe I have something, like, because I'm straight. I don't have anything like, anxiety or autism or anything like that, apparently. And I don't know. It's just, I feel like very basic, which nowadays, you know, I'm more okay with that. But I felt like I almost wanted or, like, needed there to be something. Because I felt like, you know, that made a person unique in a way. Every person's unique, sure, with their thoughts and ideas and morals and everything like that. But what sets me apart from just every other, you know, straight, white male, that's just the basic, like, I just feel like that's just the basic, nothing more to say, really, just basic. Which, now that I know about, like, things like racism and, sexism and all that stuff, I'm definitely not trying to complain that I'm that I'm basically in the best category for stuff like that. But I don't know, I just feel like, you know, even people in, like, how do I put this? Because I just want to put this out there. I'm not, like, racist or sexist in any way. But, you know, women have, like, Women's International Month, or whatever it's called. African American, I'm just gonna say African American instead of black people, because I think that's more online acceptable. Ooh, iron golem. Oh, that's why iron golem. Hopefully there's no axe guys. Otherwise this may be a shorter run than I hoped. Anyway, what was I talking about? Right. But, like, women have, like, Women's International Month or whatnot. And I understand why. And I also understand why I don't have something like that. You know? But I just kinda... A part of me wished that there was something, I guess. Because, like, some people have... Alright. like, I don't really have something to celebrate, I guess, when it comes to that stuff. And because, like, when it comes to having something like a, you know, a specific month that's dedicated to, like, your race or whatever, or your gender, or your sexuality, or anything like that, it's like, in that month, you are more special, and we're supposed to, like, focus on you, and I just kind of don't have that with anything. Which, again, I get. I'm not trying to, like... I've seen history class, and I know our history. I know the world's history. So I'm not, like, complaining. I'm not trying to complain. Because this is another thing with me. I'm not very good at discussing my opinions sometimes when it comes to certain things. Like, in my head or with close family members, I can, you know, explain my opinion extremely well. But when it comes to online or with specific, like, with friends, I'm very bad at explaining what I'm trying to get across here. Also, green tree. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm going to pick it up. I'm just going to pick up the saplings, though. What was I saying? Yeah, but yeah, I'm just not very good at, like... Also, I say like a lot. Sorry about that. That's just another thing. I try not to sometimes, but it's just a filler word for when you're thinking or trying to come up with something on the spot. So sorry if it gets a little annoying, but... Anyways, where did I start this, like, little rant of mine? What was I talking about? Something about, like, knowing that my channel's not very big or not going to be anytime soon. Keyword being soon, because I do... Actually, let's just start talking about this now. I do actually want a big, or not big, but, like... I do want to be, like, a YouTuber or, like, a streamer one day. With all, like, the YouTubers and streamers and stuff like that quitting recently and saying, like, why, it definitely has given me a bit to think about in that whole regard. But I still feel like I would want to, because here's the thing, right? While, yes, I've heard, like, some of the things of, like, you know, a lot of complaints and stuff, I feel like that only applies to videos. And I personally don't plan on making videos. But when it comes to streaming, I feel like that doesn't really apply unless you let it apply to your mindset. Because you can, like, you can go extremely, like, planned and try to do everything perfectly and whatnot. Or you can just kinda exist, I guess, if that makes any sense. No, it doesn't really. I already have carrots. That's already there. I can always get more shit later. And I'm not gonna go in this house because I know that there's like a fire mage in there, and if he wants to, he can immediately end my life. I've come across him in a world when I was in like full diamond, enchanted, with my own spells and stuff, and he easily whooped my ass. The only way I was able to kill him was using spells from like a super long range and a very cheesy tactic. And I don't really have that option here, so I'm not gonna mess with him. He also deleted my items, so that was not fun. There's a fire mage, so when he kills you with a fire attack, as one might imagine, it kind of burns your stuff. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Something about YouTube, I think? You know, I'm just gonna go back to the topic about talking about me because I don't really remember that topic. Is this the same thing? Did I just go in a big circle? Or is this a new one? Wait, no, this is the same one. Alright, I just went in a big circle. Cool. Anyway. What was it talking about me? Right, the thing that I'm doing right now. So, I'm actually a very forgetful person. Like, if I were to take a test for short memory loss, or short-term memory loss or whatever, and it turned out that I had it, I would not be very surprised. Like, my memory is so bad to the point where mid-class, like, writing down notes, there will be times where the teacher says, like, write down this sentence and talks at, like, a normal pace, right? And then I'm like, okay, write this word. And then I immediately forget what the next word was. Like, I just don't remember whatsoever what the next word was. And I don't know why that is a thing. But yeah, I'll just essentially... Like, you can tell me something, and you can say, write this down, or whatever. And then I'll be like, okay. And then I get it in my head, and then I go to write it. I write one word, and then I draw blanks. And it happens to me all the time. That's why I can't, like, take notes in school. Because I physically can't. Like, I forget the last thing that was said in the lesson before it was even said. And even when I'm talking, I've done it multiple times in this, in fact, I often forget what I'm talking about or saying mid-sentence. There we go. Minor outpost. That would be a place that has potential diamonds or iron. Sure, why not? If I ever need a stone axe, I can craft one. Do this thing. See, oh my god. I immediately remembered after I said, wait, what was I saying? What I was talking about, but I didn't even do that on purpose. Genuinely, I have a second thought, or like another thought, and I immediately forget the first thought. It's not like I don't do it on purpose, or I don't try to, but it's just something that kind of happens. And to be honest, it can get, like, kind of annoying at times. Especially when people expect me to remember stuff, or, like, say, hey, can you remember this real quick? And then I either have to say no, because, you know, bad memory, or I have to be like, yeah, sure, and then just pray that my memory works. Also, fun fact about my memory, I can remember the exact amount of, like, blocks you have to fall to take damage. It's 3 blocks. Look. 1, 2, 3. Or, sorry. It's 4 blocks to actually take a heart of damage. But, like, 3 blocks to not take damage. I can remember that. And I can remember so many other things. But specifically when it comes to things like sentences or talking, or basically if the subject doesn't pique my interest, it doesn't have a home in my memory. It's not even like it doesn't stay in my memory for very long, it just doesn't exist. Good night, Eva. But yeah, it just, like, does not exist in my memory if it doesn't interest me. And it's not even like I can try to force myself to be interested in more stuff. I'm just not interested in a lot of things. And it's just kind of funny because something completely random, like, I still remember that in English, fun fact, did you know that, that scientists actually use, seals to, they, like, apply this little hat onto their head, They put this little hat on their head, or on the head of the seal, and then it basically acts like a GPS device, and they track it, and they use this to detect how low the ocean floor goes underneath glaciers. I can remember that, but sometimes I can't remember what someone just told to me 2 seconds ago. And I can't even remember, like, the things that I've said. My memory is so stupid, because on one hand I want to say, oh yeah, I have a really good memory, because I can remember that stupid-ass seal fact. But I can't remember my teacher's name of the class I was in. I can remember the one assignment I did in his class, and I can remember what he looks like. Can't remember his name. I can remember what his voice sounds like. I can remember the way he talks, because he had a very fun way of talking. Can't remember his name. And you want to know what's really sad about that? I recently just switched semesters. He was in my last semester. Like, I just switched semesters. I want to say maybe, I don't know, timing let's get this right. Maybe like about 2-3 weeks ago. And I don't remember what my teacher's name was in that class. But I sure am happy that I remember how they measure the sea floor using seals. You wanna know what's also really funny? I still remember the fucking picture with the seal's head. Like, the entire paper, basically, is perfectly memorized in my memory. And it especially sucks when I meet new people because, you know, someone tells you their name, they expect you to just be like, okay, got it, and remember your name. That's not how I work. I need to be talking to you for, like, probably somewhere around a couple months or a couple weeks to remember your name. And I won't just be like, hey, you. I'm not gonna be dumb or anything. But what I will do is what was I talking about again? See, I remember that I mentioned that this happens to my memory. Is that a witch? Villager? What are you doing here? This is a village. Okay. But yeah, like, genuinely, I might as well have short-term memory loss at this point. Like, that was not on purpose or staged or anything. I genuinely forgot what I was talking about. Which is, by the way, why, if anybody's ever in a conversation with me, they actually need to pay attention. Like, it's really important that they pay attention. This could actually be useful, but I'll leave it here for now. Because mid-conversation, I will ask... Wait, what was I talking about again? Just at random times. And it's not even like a sad thing or anything about me. It's just a detail that honestly, surprisingly enough, doesn't affect me in my day-to-day life very often. The most I would say it affects me in like my day-to-day life is when, for example, I tell my mom, oh yeah, I'll, you know, empty the dishwasher, and then the next day it's still not emptied, and now I have to get yelled at a little bit. When I genuinely forgot that I was supposed to do that. It makes for a very difficult things sometimes. The thing is, I will never forget a detail about a person. Like, if you tell me something personal about you, in like a deep, or not deep talk, but like, like a talk where you open up to me or whatever, I'm gonna remember that. Now, I can't exactly, like, list a bunch of examples, because, you know, they're personal related stuff. But if somebody tells me something personal about them that is important to them, or, like, you know, something that you wouldn't exactly open up or tell everybody, I do my very best to memorize that over anything else, because sometimes it's hard for people to open up about stuff like that, which is also probably part of the reason why I make such, like, a good therapist. Ah, finally Badlands, so that means I'm getting close. Because the thing is, I know, just based off of the way that I was made in this life, I'm meant to be a therapist. Whether talking to you in person or talking to you through text, if you ever have a serious talk with me where you're, like, genuinely trying to talk about your emotions or feelings or whatever, I just go into, like, full therapist mode and am just really damn good at it. Near where Spawn was, that's actually a really important thing for me to grab. Spirit Orbs. Ooh. Annoying. If I go back to that statue thing at the village, I can now, with 4 of them, get myself an extra heart. That's nice. Don't worry, the max is 20. I'm not just gonna... Well, technically 30 hearts. You can increase it by 20. What was I talking about? Right. So the way that I was, like, made in this world, I genuinely feel like I was meant to be a therapist. And at times, I've wrestled with that a little bit, because I've had people tell me, like... I've had people tell me things like, really? That's what you want to do? You want to, like, listen to other people's problems all day? Every day? As a job? And I've had, like, my friends tell me that, my dad tell me that, and it has made me, like, genuinely concerned a little bit with it. But I think I want to be a therapist, because a part of me just, it feels almost natural, and it feels like it's what I should be doing. If that makes any sense. Like a calling, kind of. And I feel like, as long as I still can do things like stream and do art on the side, and play games and stuff like that, I don't think my mental health would ever really struggle to the point where, like, of being worried, anyway, through listening to other people's problems and stuff all day. Especially because it feels very rewarding knowing that that person now trusts me. And I'm not gonna lie, there is a part of me that does sometimes want to use that trust to gain personal advantages, but that part is overshadowed a lot by other stuff, and I know that I'm never, ever gonna do that. It's just not gonna be a problem for me. Because, well, I mean, it wouldn't really be a problem for me even if I did do it, but... Okay. But I know for a fact that I would never let myself do that, because whenever somebody becomes important to me, I get extremely protective over them to the point where, I'm not gonna lie, if I were ever to go to jail, I feel like it would be because I would murder someone for hurting, like, a family member. And I don't mean, like, just, you know, a punch or whatever. Like, genuinely hurting them to the core of their being. Like, if someone ever cheats on, say, my sister, oh, that person better hope and start praying to whatever gods they may believe in. And they better get a new identity because, yeah, I'm not just going to let that slide. So the thing is, it is kind of hard for me to, like, it's physically impossible for me, in my mind, to justify or ever want to betray someone. Especially when somebody's given me their trust. I don't take that and stomp on it, ever. I do my very best to preserve it, which is why I fully well know that if somebody were to... If I were to ever get into a relationship with an abusive person, that would probably be a genuinely, like, big problem for me. Because I feel like, even though they're abusive or whatever, I would not just leave the... I don't think... This is the funny part. It's going back as well a little bit on what I said earlier, where I mentioned how I have, like, multiple voices. I also have multiple voices for different things. It's not just, like, those two. Those two are just, like, the, you know, more dominant ones, I guess you could say. Ooh. Yes, please. Sound of glass? You've interested me, sound of glass. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't know. Right, when somebody, like, gives me their trust, I genuinely... I don't know, I could never bring myself to hurt someone like that. And you can believe that I'm, you know, saying shit like this for YouTube so people like me more or whatever. You can believe whatever you want. I do not care. I'm saying this for myself, not for whoever's watching this at this point. If, you know, you like this, then cool. If you don't, then you're probably not here anymore. So, either way, doesn't really affect me. And I know I'm live streaming, but this might as well be a YouTube video because nobody watches my live streams. Or even when they do watch my live streams, they don't... They don't type in my chat, so... You know, I have no idea that they are here. Well, that was lame. I mean, I know this isn't the X marks the spot, it's this thing up here, but it's a weak little village thing. See, I know what this is, and it can have things like diamonds and shit, but... You know what I'll do? I'll place a waystone. Villager. I think I'm gonna go back now. Because this is closer anyway to my house. It's north, so I need to go south because I was going north that whole time for the most part. I've gotten off track with whatever I was talking about twice now. I might as well just move on to a new subject. You know, I'm gonna say this stuff now so that if I ever did become a big YouTuber, which again, still, you know, a little bit doubtful. But if I ever did become a big YouTuber in like the future, if people decide to like watch what I used to be or whatever, and they see this part, they know. If I had it like perfect in my YouTube career for me personally, I would be in the Life series for at least one season, like The Last Life or Limited Life or whatever, Secret Life, whatever one you want to call it. Also, just for a little bit of a, so you know the timeline, Secret Life is the newest one for me currently. But, yeah, so getting into the Life series for at least one season or something, that's definitely on a personal goal of mine. Getting into an SMP that I can actually, like, make content on or something, like, you know, there was the Dream SMP, then the Q SMP, and whatever else comes in the future, because there's always going to be a new SMP. That's just how it works, you know? Some may last a long time. Oh, there's my little dirt symbol. I'm back home. Remember, because a little dirt cross with a thick back, which I remember because while I was entering around my house, or trying to find a spot where I could enter, I saw that. Yep, there's my purple trees. But yeah, the Life series, get in that. Also, potentially get into, or not get into, but do 100 days in Minecraft. Currently, I'm not skilled enough to do 100 days in Minecraft. I mean, I probably could do a, like, non-hardcore one, but what fun is that? Like, let's be honest, you're not gonna be watching half the time if you know for a fact that the person's gonna be fine and there's no risk in it, you know? If that kind of makes sense. I just realized I forgot to use those. That's a little annoying, but whatever. And yeah, I feel like that, or at least it adds a challenge to me. I don't know if you'd care because, let's be honest, people don't usually make videos of, like, failed 100 days things. Some people do. But not everybody does. So, I'm sorry to spoil it for you, but if you're watching a 100 days video, there's a high chance that they made it to 100 days. Sorry to, you know, spoil that for you. There we go, I finally am kitted out and at least tired. It took me way longer than it should have, but I was being more careful. And have not stepped foot in a mine yet, so that is also a big contributing factor to be fair. Could make an anvil. Table. I want to see. None of these. It's not you, although I could start getting into this. You. I could probably make that if I wanted to, yeah. Alright. Book. Oh, yippee. Okay. That's a bit expensive. I could make one of those real quick. Just what, a book and a set of iron tools. I think there's also a shovel and a hoe. Alright. Hey there. Oh, I guess hoe was not part of it. Alright. So, what do I currently... The break and the harm. Projectile harm. You know, we gotta make it purple. Magic missile. I'm just gonna make magic. Oh. Oh, is it because I have... Oh, that is because of that. Hey, you. Okay. Become my friend. No, okay. I know that he can become one of the familiars, or I think he can anyway. So I just thought maybe, but nope. Fair enough. Anyway, this is what I was originally trying to look up. I need to go to the Nether. Or find a structure with hog skin, and I don't think either of those are a great option. Well, actually, it's 11. I've got school tomorrow. So... How spammable is this spell? Pretty spammable. Although, I'll keep it with the bow instead of replacing one. Alright, well, that's where I'm gonna end my little, I don't know, talk thing. There's more stuff about where I'd want to be career-wise in YouTube one day. But that's like the stuff that I want to mention so that if one day I ever became like big, I can say successfully that I accomplished younger me's goals, or at least the most important ones. Just gonna take this off for a second. So yeah, thanks for potentially watching this. I'm gonna try not to die making the thumbnail again. I may actually just use the same picture and re-edit it, because I'm just gonna take the picture from up there again, or like somewhere else on the mountain. Maybe I'll take it from inside the forest, actually. How would that look? If I got rid of the torches in the background, yeah, I think that might actually be my next thumbnail, something like this. Anyway, because I'm gonna start actually like putting more thought into the thumbnail. But, anywho, thanks for watching, blah 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 blah. I don't really care if you subscribe, I just stream for fun. And if I never see you again, then I hope you have a good day and a good life, and goodbye. Thanks for watching.